Hello YouTube, Andy with Andy's Dizzy Vlogs. Just getting off work, Saturday. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Today was a pretty rough day. I can only conclude that my most recent flare-ups, the past however many days it's been, man, these speed bumps in this parking garage are insane. I don't know how many days it's been, but the past like 4 days or more, I don't know, whatever, have not been very good. And you know, they haven't been like it was in the beginning. You know, it wasn't that bad, but it was still made the majority of my day pretty difficult. I felt lightheaded anytime I walked anywhere, and I felt, so for example, when we do, you know, flange repairs, not flange repairs, but if we're like, trying to think of how to describe this for people who aren't in construction, when we're taking a flange apart for the purpose of taking out a blind or emptying a line to get a filter or something out, you get up and down a lot, you know, so you have to go from your knees to standing, from your knees to standing, back and forth a whole bunch of times. And sometimes you gotta get on the ground to get underneath the pipe to get some of the studs off. So just the repetitive nature of some of the things I do for work, getting up and down off the ground was, every time I stood up, I would get a head rush, and everybody, I'm sure, has experienced head rushes. And, you know, it would just like immediately make me lightheaded and immediately give me a headache. And I would say, like, from the beginning of my day, I felt off. There were also like several times throughout the day where I felt kind of like a nausea from my headache. And even though like my headache was not very bad, I still had this, and this is like a really strange thing to even try to explain, because I know saying it out loud makes no sense, but I experienced this, it feels like my head is nauseous. Like everybody knows what it feels like when your stomach is nauseous. But like when your head feels like that, it's a very strange thing to try to describe. But both my head and my stomach felt nauseous at different points throughout the day. And there goes my work. Yay. I don't know. There was just several points throughout the day where I remember just walking. I have to do a lot of walking at work, and I was just like nauseous and lightheaded. That was like the biggest symptom, but like along with the lightheadedness came like a inability to formulate ideas, like coherent thoughts. I felt very I guess like I do right now, only right now I'm not lightheaded, but I'm just like, I guess brain fog is the word you would use to describe it, but to me it's more than brain fog, because like I'll go to do a task and I know how to do that task. I've done it thousands of times, but I just cannot formulate how to do the steps of basic things I know how to do. And I'm sitting there like thinking like, this is so ridiculous. Like I do this all the time. Why can't I think of what to do next? And it's so frustrating, because I mean, I'm at work, you know, people rely on me in some sense to do my end of the job, and when you're staring at a wrench, you know, thinking I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, but I can't think of how to do it. And you know that people have no clue what you're experiencing in that moment. And for me, it was the entire day. You know they don't understand it. Even if you explain it to them, they don't understand it. They might try to sympathize with you, but for any of you who have vestibular migraines or triple PD and know how this goes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that's kind of why I created this channel, is because there's not a lot of people on YouTube who talk candidly and give personal accounts of what this is like. I found a few, maybe like 2 or 3, but I just wanted to create my own blog, or vlog, whatever, so that, you know, there was just more exposure and more of a presence for whatever collective good it can have, you know. But yeah, and just so people can relate. Oh, I need gas. But yeah, I just it's very frustrating, and it's especially frustrating because I was starting to have better days. Not perfect, but better. And like, it seems like this week I can't, my brain is too foggy to like pinpoint when my last good day was. And I'll admit, I have a pretty high bar for what I consider good. There are certainly, you know, the past, see, I don't even know. I have a really poor conceptualization of time. So like I might say 6 months ago, but maybe it was actually more like 3 months ago when I started having, regardless, my point is that things recently have been a lot better than my first year of going through this, or even more so my first 6 months. So the things have certainly been better than that, but like to me, having a few days that are 10% better than absolutely terrible, I don't consider that a win, if that makes any sense. Not to sell myself short, but if I'm miserable, I'm miserable. Maybe I'm not rocking and swaying constantly, but I'm still miserable. So to me, if I'm 30% better, it doesn't make a difference to me, because it still affects me negatively to a degree that is not worth splitting hairs over. It's not worth saying, well, I felt a little bit better on Wednesday, Thursday wasn't as good, Friday was a little bit better. I either feel good or I don't. And I had a few days where I can honestly say I was really close to just being normal. And I felt like the medication was pushing me in that direction. Specifically the venlafaxine. I know I need gas. There's only 2 factors, 3 depending on how I want to think about it. We'll say 3 factors that I could contribute to things going in the opposite direction. One being those healthy energy drinks I talked about, which I drink at lunch. 2 would be the pre-workout supplement. And mind you, let me pull this out real quick. So, yes, I'm driving with my knee. This is a scoop. I don't know if I have anything to give it in comparison, but it's a small scoop. It's tiny, right? Very tiny scoop. I was using this much of it. Can you see that? That's like, what, a 1/6 of a scoop? So however much caffeine is in this, divide that by 6, because I was never taking even, I just showed you. I was taking very little. So those 2 things I added. I took away the pre-workout the past 2 days. Didn't take it yesterday before the gym. Today's Saturday. I've worked out 5 days this week. I'm just going straight home from work. No working out. But what I don't get is it didn't seem to happen right away. So I don't know if there's a residual effect from caffeine and or whatever other ingredients may be causing this. And the other thing, what's the third thing? The third factor. I cut my gabapentin down because I took gabapentin in increasing doses for a while, for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, I don't know, for quite a long time. And when I first started taking it, I was fine with trying it again because I was very familiar with the drug. I had taken it before, not for this, but I knew that I wasn't going to have side effects, so I was quick to jump on that as a possible solution. But as I continued to increase and ramp up the dosage, it wasn't doing anything. And then I had my flare-up when I went on my 2-week medical leave, and my face looked so red. It's not really that red, it just looks like it. I know. So, see, I already forgot what I was just saying. Like, my head is scrambled eggs right now. What was I talking about? Energy drink, the pre-workout. Oh, and the gabapentin. So I've been saying, like, the past several videos that I want to get off it because I know it wasn't doing anything for me. I've taken it for quite some time. When I got into the flare-up, he upped my gabapentin again. So I was on a relatively high dose of gabapentin. I was taking 800 milligrams in the morning, 800 at lunchtime, and 1600 milligrams before bed. And the only thing that I do know it was potentially doing was making me tired. That's just a common side effect for all of these medications for the most part. And I struggle with working 6-10 hour days in a row and trying to go to the gym every day after work. So, you know, being tired and working a physical job, it's like, I don't want to say equally, but it's up there with frustrating symptoms. Like, it's very frustrating to be exhausted all the time. And I don't mean like my muscles are sore from working out. I mean like I used to literally walk and I could shut my eyes while I was walking for like 10, 15, 20 feet. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I would walk with my eyes closed. I was so tired, like unnaturally tired. And I'm on the biggest construction site in America. And, you know, it's dangerous. And it's frustrating. It's really annoying it's like being in high school. Remember when you were sitting in class and your eyes it felt like they were forcefully being closed and you literally couldn't do anything about it, and you were just nodding off, and it hurt, like physically hurt to keep your eyes open. That's what I felt like for so long. And I was just, you know, thinking, since the gabapentin never helped me at all. When I was on everything else, minus the venlafaxine, I was up to a high dosage for many, many, many months, and it never took my problem away or even lessened it. So I figured I'll just start lessening it. I got the go-ahead from my doctor to lessen it even more, and so I've been lessening it. But so those are the only 3 things that it could possibly be. Like everything else, my diet, all I do is work, so my environment stays the same. My food, I stay restricted to the Dizzy diet. So lessening the gabapentin and adding caffeine in those two different forms are the only three things that have changed. So I guess next week I'm going to have to go back to no caffeine at all, which is really annoying. But like right now, I don't even want to get out of my car. I also feel, I know this doesn't make any sense, because most people that get tired don't get anxiety from it. And I don't get anxiety from getting normal tired. I get anxiety from the type of tired that I feel right now, where I have this sort of like clamp feeling, like not tight, but just there, kind of squeezing my whole head. And it feels like I can't hold my head up, like my neck muscles are like not strong enough to keep my head up. And it's just a really awful sensation, and it gives me anxiety on top of like being sleepy. Like, I hate this feeling, especially since like right now, I got home. This is like my only free night. Once a week I get to do what I want, but I don't really get to do whatever I want, because I have to do my laundry, get that started, eat dinner. I can't go to Walmart without eating dinner first, because if I don't eat dinner, that'll make my symptoms worse, because I have to maintain like a steady eating schedule. So I have to eat, shower, go to Walmart, get all my groceries for the week, and then I should prepare my snacks for next week, and then do another load of laundry. And then usually by that point, I'm too tired to fold my laundry. So I'll either do a little karaoke, usually, always by myself, unless I Snapchatting friends, but always like physically by myself, because it's usually late by that point. It's usually midnight by the time I get done doing my chores, because since tomorrow's my only day off, like my only full day off, I try to get as much done as I can tonight, Saturday night, so I can have less to worry about tomorrow. But I felt like craps all day, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done tonight. I normally try to plow through a ton of stuff, and I stay up later Saturday night just to get stuff done, because I'll feel less stressed Sunday and I can relax more. But I think I'm not going to get that much done tonight. I think just having to deal with my symptoms today, the past couple days, have really worn me out, like more than I should be, more than I have been the past couple weeks. And I also just feel like this, not depression or sadness, but like this anxiety that, I don't know, my body just feels so weird. I don't know, it feels like I'm on opiates or something. Like I just feel like so out of it. I guess it's kind of like having a migraine hangover, where like your body after it's just been spazzing out all day, and you finally stop and it gets a chance to just not have to deal with so much stimulation, like the vestibular stimulation. I feel like your brain just like dumps all these chemicals and it's just like, go to sleep so I can repair. And I feel like that's what happens. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm gonna go inside and get a shower and eat dinner and get to the Walmart and do laundry and probably get back and see. I want to do something fun because it's my one night off, but I'm just so exhausted, and by the time I'm done doing what I have to do, I'm probably just gonna hit my bed and not want to do anything. Even though like I have 3 different games that I've been trying to, I want to play, but I don't have time, and B, when I do, I'm usually too tired to play them. So I realized I've not been very coherent, and I'm talking very slowly. Maybe you wanna, I guess I should have said this in the beginning. You can push the speed button on my video and put it to like 3 times faster, so you're not listening to me say and pause for 5-10 seconds at a time because I can't think. Alright, I've drug this out long enough. I just did it again. If you're getting sick of my vestibular migraine talks, go check out my dancing channel on YouTube. You can just search Andy Pittman 1988 in letters. Oh my gosh. That's obviously not what I meant. Andy Pittman, ANDYPITTMAN, in the numbers 1988. If you search that, you'll find my blue and white AP logo. And there I have been uploading dance videos for like the past 10 or 11 years. I don't do it as much anymore because I don't have any time. But if these videos are boring you and you want something a little bit more lively, go check out that. So anyways, today was a rough day. I hope that I can get on with my night and it not be so bad. And I hope that you are having a better day / night. Excuse me. Than I am. My body feels like melted butter. So, what do I always say? If you're not thriving, keep trying. I need to get up. Anyways, hope you're doing alright out there. Stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.